Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chantel and today we're continuing the Ravenclaw common room. Last time I ended up with a final shot of these walls and the windows that are in now, and I kind of want to paint the walls now. So I have these walls here and I want to paint them. And the way I want to paint them is make it white first and then add darker details, like brick kind of details, because this is going to sit in the alcoves and behind the walls. So this is not going to be the main wall. This is going to be the secondary wall, if you will. And so the wall in the corners, that is the wall. Well, not this one, but this one definitely is the wall that you're gonna see. This will actually be obscured still, but that's okay. It's all good. The wall upstairs will definitely be seen in some parts. So will the one upstairs here, and the wall behind here will be seen as well. So I need to build up this and then make the second floor, the landing, and then the spiral staircase will be here. So I will be painting parts of the walls, building this up, and then probably make the spiral staircase before I make the landing, so I know roughly where the landing should sit based on the stairs, because it's easier to make that landing in a different location, like 2 or 3 centimeters off, rather than messing around with the spiral staircase. So what I actually might do is just paint those walls. You can see me do that, and then make the spiral staircase for this video. Let's do that. Okay, I'm at the point now where I've painted the walls, as you can see, and also the frames of the windows. And I want to paint the floor. I mixed a mixture of water and some drawing inks. So there's rose, spruce, scarlet, and antelope. And then I also have some mud puddle brown acrylic paint that I added in, and that make this mixture. So it's like it has like a reddish undertone. And if I don't like it, I might just go over it with some brown ink afterwards. But yes, it's time to paint the floor. And this is very much watered down. Kind of want to do the windrows in here, and then scattered constellations on the floor as well, and just paint them in with the bronze ink so they stand out, and then have rugs here and there on the floor. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, but I've put the markings on the floor where the walls will be. I put them in with some permanent marker just so I don't lose those marks. And here we have a kind of a mahogany floor. I really am happy with this color. It is basically a darker bronze color, which I was aiming for. I did go over with another layer of a little bit more brownish red, a bit darker with a little bit of black added. So I am really happy what this turned out to be. So I think I'm going to attach the walls now, which is a dangerous thing to do because when they're stuck, right? But I'm going to do that anyway. I'm going to use hot glue to attach them to the sides, and let's go from there. I've attached the walls, and I think the walls are a little bit on the green side, so I think I might just go over with a cream color just to tone down that green a little bit. The only green I used was this soft moss color, and apparently it comes out more green than I wanted it to. So I'm just gonna go over with cream a little bit, and then or cream, with cream I mean antique white, so it lightens it up a little bit. So far I'm really happy with what it looks like with the floor in as well. So the walls are permanently attached now, and now I can start working on making the walls, the spiral staircase, the alcove for the library, the alcove for the sitting nook, and I want to make windows in the corners there as well, but we'll get to that later. I am really happy with the results so far. So I think first things first, I'm going to make the spiral staircase for this video. And with that, the walls are a little bit lighter, and I think it all fits in a little bit better like this. Time to work on that spiral staircase now. So the spiral staircase. This is the circle that I had from the very first video that I did on this. And I just calculated how wide and deep, well, not how deep, but how wide, how long a tread is, or how do you call that? A riser. How long it is. So the tread size would be 5.5 centimeters. And then I calculated what the riser height normally is. And that would be 180 mil in a normal staircase or a spiral staircase, which is 1.5 centimeters. So on a 26 centimeter dowel, that would be 16 treads or risers. And I have divided this one in 16. And this circle I just had lying around. So I made a hole in the middle. And now I can just sit this inside and work on the staircase outside of the diorama. And when I'm done, and when I'm confident enough to put this inside the diorama, I can just place it inside and glue it down if I want to. I can also just leave it like this because it's perfectly fine on its own. Anyway, let's make some treads. So this is part of the part of one of the fan blades. I just took two apart there right here. So I took them apart, and I took this part from the fan blade. So that's that part, and that fits just perfectly fine once I've cut out that little indent on there. If I tried to do this, so if I cut in there with this hole punch, it kind of makes like a circle, and that circle I could kind of slide over the dowel. However, it broke. What I will do first is underneath each line, I'm going to put a piece of paper so I know that my treads won't slide down when I try to glue them on, and I know where I have to place them. So I'm going to put a strip of paper around it. I'm going to wrap around it, and yeah, so that's the first thing I'm going to do on the entire thing. And then I'll be back and show you what I'm going to do next. Okay, I am done with all these little pieces of paper, strips of paper, and they're all on now. This is still loose, but I'm going to leave that for now and apply some wood glue eventually. And I have tried to make one of the treads, which will be just placed like that. Now underneath, I'm going to put two little pieces of toothpick that are 1.5 centimeters high, the same height as the little gibbers spacings. So that can rest on here, and then every thread up will have another one of those, but that will be 1.4 because this is about 1 mil wide. So it's basically two of these stuck together, then cut here, cut, and then file down. So I get that little shape like that, and then glue together. And then I'm just going to let one of my 1, 2, 3 blocks rest on it so it doesn't warp, and then I can glue them on here. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cut all the threads, glue them together, let them rest overnight under the 1, 2, 3 blocks, and then cut out all the little pieces that need to go in between, and then build up my spiral staircase. So I've got all the pieces here that are going to be the stairs, the treads or the risers, and I still need to cut the little gibbers that come underneath every step. What I try to do is add a bit of texture to this test piece. So underneath is just as normal, but on the top I added this mixture of Gorilla Wood Glue, quick dry wool filler, and some water, which gives me a paste that is about, well, it's a little bit thicker now, but just gotta mix it a little bit. So this is about the consistency of yogurt or molten ice cream, kinda. Don't eat it though. And with a silicone tool, don't know where it went. Oh, it's right here. With a silicone tool, I just applied that to the wood on top and let that dry, and then it has more of that look, that little bit of a raised look that you see with cast iron. You can really see that here. So I'm going to apply that to all the pieces and also a little bit on the inside, so it's a little bit more snug when putting it on the dowel. And then I'm going to attach them all to the dowel, and then I'll show you before I paint it. So I bought some spray paint as well, and I will be doing a spray paint layer before anything else, a black spray paint layer, because that's just way faster. Anyway, I'm going to apply that stuff, and then I'll show you when it's all attached to the dowel. And here we have the start of the spiral staircase. So every time I add another thread, what I do is I put wood glue here around the entire edge. Then I put some wood glue on this little stem there, and then I put it in place like that. And I continue doing that until I'm at the top, and then I will spray paint it completely black. I spray painted the stairs, and now we have a spiral staircase. I am so happy with how this is looking. It's a little bit unreal. So I had to patch up 2 parts here because they were wonky. They were like off. So I just broke them off and reattached them. The other one is somewhere. And I'm really happy with what this is looking like. So these are just cocktail forks that I broke off the fork part and attached them and spray painted them as all in one piece. So now I think I'm going to add this Dr. P.H. Martin's bronze ink because I really like the shimmer of that. And on the side, in between here, I want to thread this hemp cord. So this is hemp look cord. It's not leather, it's like artificial stuff, but it has a nice bend to it and it's not too stiff, so I can just easily drape it in between. But before I do that, I will color it with this. Just dip my fingers in it and then run it across the thread, and that will give it that nice color. I mean, it's messy, but it does what I wanted to do, which is give it an ever so slightly covering of bronze. Could also be cool for the trimmings of the chairs. Let's clean off the fingers. Always keep a baby wipes handy. It's a good thing to have in your craft room. Let's take off most of it. Just do the top stairs so you can see what I'm doing. Doesn't that look cool though? I love it. You bring out all those details. Love it so much. So that will be the Ravenclaw common room staircase, or spiral staircase. I'm just gonna put that all together. Well, paint everything, and then I'll show you what it looks like. And this is it. I am really, did I say really happy with it? Really happy with this thing. What I might do when I do the rest of the floor, I will probably put some constellations or some stars at the bottom as well of this one. And now I want to glue on this thread just on the inside here. So I ended up using Fabri-Tac glue, which works just perfectly fine for this application, and it just grips immediately and it dries really fast. So that is it for this staircase. Now I just need to install it. In order to do that, I need to put the second floor in. I think I'm going to put the second floor in off camera because I need to measure, try things out, measure and cut again, try things out. It's a whole process on its own. So I'm going to try that off camera. And yeah, I also need to put extra walls in. So it's a whole process. So once I've measured everything out, I will film that, but that will be in the next video. So for now, we have the spiral staircase, and I actually really love this thing. So I want to thank you all for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, all those fun things to get my channel out there, because I want to grow this channel and it's been slow going for a while. So please do all those fun things, and thanks so much for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.